The light will always overcome the darkness. And I feel like that is the very energy that you are embodying right now at this very moment. For some of you, this is new. Maybe you've just begun to experience this energy during the summer solstice. Happy summer, by the way. And for others of you, this is something that has been creeping on you for a long time. It's been fighting to get out of you. You've been inching towards becoming a lighter version of yourself. And that can mean so many different things for different people, okay? So remember, these are collective readings and you should take it as it resonates. Don't ever force it to fit. But for some of you, overcoming the darkness looks like overcoming certain fears, harmful behaviors, habits, addictions, belief systems. And for others of you, it may look like you tapping into a part of you that maybe you've been afraid to tap into for a long time. Or even if you weren't afraid of it, you may have just been procrastinating because you were kind of in your comfort zone. But now you're realizing that growth happens when you are uncomfortable. And so now you're becoming comfortable with being uncomfortable. And you're realizing the growth that comes along with this, okay? And it's really beautiful because now there's no longer a distance. Like there was a distance between your higher self, your lower self, your yin, your yang, your dark, your light, the positive, the negative. Because remember, there needs to be equal balance. And so I feel like there was this distance where you had a hard time becoming you. Like you had a hard time adjoining the two because both can coexist. And it can be healthy. It can be a healthy collaboration because there will always be a dark side of us. We have intrusive thoughts, we have bad habits, but do you let it win? Do you allow it to take over you? Do you allow it to use you? And so some of you went into a retreat, okay? And you started to see yourself differently because you actually started to look at yourself, and it took for you to stop running. And I'm seeing like, my guys are so funny. I'm seeing like think about when you're on a track, right? And you're like running, like you're sprinting, right? And then you tired, so you start slowing down a little bit. Then that sprinting becomes jogging. Then the jogging becomes power walking. And then the power walking becomes like strolling. And that's what they're showing me happened to you. Like you were running from yourself. You were like sprinting, okay? And then like you slowly started like, okay, getting comfortable with who you are. I'm hearing falling in love with who I am. And that is what led to this beautiful growth, this beautiful, outstanding evolution that you're experiencing right now. And remember, these readings are timeless, okay? So although it's Sunday, June 22nd, 2025, the time you're hearing this reading is the time that you're supposed to hear this reading, okay? Because time is an illusion, but that's another topic for another day. And so I feel like there was a part of you that was like, "Ugh, I want to remember who I am, And so you might have like deja vus, you might have dreams, and it's like they're showing you little snippets of who you were. And you're like, I really want to remember who I am. And certain things just felt nostalgic for you. It's like you were missing a part of you, but now you're not missing it anymore. There's nothing to miss because you have reunited with that part of you. Reunited and it feels so good. Like that's your energy. You're feeling really good now because you're like, I think I like who I'm becoming. You're enjoying this part of you. And so you may look in the mirror at yourself and you may not like what you see, or you may not have liked what you saw. You cried. You looked away, you turned away, and then slowly but surely, you'd be able to look at yourself a little bit longer and longer and longer each day. It's like, oh, okay, like I can see my darkness, but I can also nurture my darkness because, like I said, the light will always overcome darkness. And so now we're moving from this past suffering card because I feel like it was so much self-inflicted pain. It's like you were doing things to try to make your life better, and all it was doing was making your life worse. And I feel like for a lot of you, this was unhealthy coping mechanisms, unhealthy attachments, codependency. So now you've been working on healthier ways to cope. You've been working on mastering the art of detachment, which is so powerful. And I always tell you guys, don't hold on too tightly, my loves. When it's time to let it go, you let it go because you've outgrown that part of you. And so I'm not saying that you're going to forget that part of you. It's always going to be a part of your journey. All right. Whatever it is that you're letting go of, I'm not saying that you should forget it, but it's time to move on from it. It's time to grow from it. And so now we're facing the truth. We got the truth and expression card here. And so you're developing a new perspective. You're seeing the truth now. You're taking clear action. There's a level of honesty. You're keeping it real with yourself. You're keeping it 100 with yourself. Like you can look in the mirror and be like, yeah, I don't really like this part of me, but it's me. And so how do I nurture it? How do I correct it? How do I learn to love it? How do I learn to love myself inside and out? And so we step back into this reunion card here, right? Like you are reuniting with yourself. You're reuniting with the part of yourself, just like that card I just passed by. I don't know if you guys heard it. It was loud and obnoxious. So some of you guys, like you're reuniting with the part of yourself that's more peaceful and calm. Maybe you used to be loud and obnoxious. Maybe you had loud and obnoxious habits and behaviors. And now you're like, I want to be peaceful. I want to be calm. I want to be serene. I want to be tranquil. And so now maybe instead of being loud and obnoxious every day, you're only loud and obnoxious on Fridays. It's like balance. You're finding that balance. All right. And with the Family Foundation card here, I feel like you guys are so supported in this. You're so supported. You're so protected. And not only by your 3D family, your human family, your star family as well, your spirit guides, your ancestors, your family who are on the other side. They're cheering you on. Like literally I can see them. They're showing me themselves cheering you on. They're so proud of you because there are people that didn't expect you to be able to do this. Like for some of you, and I'm not saying you're guides, but there are people around you who expect you to be the same way that you've always been forever. It's like, if somebody used to smoke like Black and Miles. I don't know why they're showing me that. Somebody used to smoke Black and Miles, or somebody used to smoke something, and now you've stopped, and the people around you is like, you're like, nah, I'm good. I don't need that no more. Like when they try to pass it to you, and they're like, what? So now they're like, oh, you think you too good? Yeah, you guys have some funky energies around you. Like some people who not only doubted your growth, but they're trying to stunt your growth as well. Like they're trying to make you feel bad for growing. For some of you, those people are the reason why you need to practice or master the art of detachment, because they've been around you for a very long time, but that doesn't mean that they have to stay around you. It doesn't mean that. And it doesn't mean that you can't love them from a distance, but you've outgrown some of these people, okay? And that was very specific. And we have the timing card here. So the time is up, okay? For these toxic habits, behaviors, people, thoughts, addictions, the time is up. You've outgrown that. You're leaving it behind, all right? And so you're planting new seeds now. You're preparing for a new season. Ooh, happy summer. Perfect timing. You're on point. You're on the right path. You're making plans, okay? You're putting in the work. You're not procrastinating anymore. Some of you guys are getting married. Congratulations. Some of you guys, you're getting engaged. Like you're celebrating something that has to do with your family as well. Some of you guys, like you're celebrating with your ancestors. Like I could see you at your altar, like pouring up, taking a sip with your ancestors, eating with your ancestors. Like somebody's going to like the water and putting some fruits or some goodies in the water for the ancestors, because you're like, thank you so much, I'm so grateful. Like there, and someone's making a commitment as well. Someone's signing documents, okay? Someone's like, maybe it's a verbal commitment as well. Like, I vow to always do this. I vow to always make sure that I do that. Someone's making a commitment, but someone's definitely getting married as well. All right. And so now, Sun card, you're showing your strength. Some of you are fire signs, okay? Leo, Sagittarius, Aries. Some of you guys are air signs, Capricorn. Somebody may be a Capricorn as well, but some of you are air signs. So you may be Libra, Gemini, Aquarius, okay? Somebody may be an earth sign as well. So yeah, we definitely have Capricorn energy heavy, but you may be Taurus or Virgo. We actually have everything here. I don't see any water. Actually, no, I see water. Yep. Some of you guys are water signs, Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio. So we got a little bit of everybody in the building today. And so you're feeling really empowered, okay? Some of you, you've been doing the work on your heart chakra and it's opening up, and that's helping you. That's helping you to build this level of self-love and confidence. You're showing compassion to yourself, like you want to nurture it. Instead of running from the darker parts of yourself, you want to nurture it. You want to nurture it back to health, okay? And that's going to bring this level of contentment, happiness. Again, truth is being revealed to you. And so at first I was like, okay, well, tell me about this, what's going on with Iran, right? With the US and the war between the US and Iran. And the ancestors, my guides were like, that's not even important. And I'm not saying like it doesn't matter, right? What I'm saying is there's a lot of fear mongering. And so what that fear mongering is doing is it's distracting you from the work that you should be doing on yourself, because you're supposed to be building yourself up and preparing for whatever's coming. So a lot of people are like, yeah, World War III. But okay, so what are we doing to prepare for it? The first part of preparing, because remember, the revolution starts within. You got to build yourself up physically, mentally, spiritually. But before anything, you build yourself up mentally. You got to prepare yourself. You got to prepare your future generations as well, your children, and everything goes back to you. That's why you're a chosen one. So I'm not saying it doesn't matter. We should be aware. First of all, don't spend all day watching the news unless you want to be depressed. Okay? Spend all day working on yourself, boosting yourself, building yourself up, preparing yourself for what's to come, learning how to grow food, trying to make sure that you're acquiring land, finding peace, creating a safe haven for yourself and your family. That's what you focus on, not them and what they're doing. All right? So, and this, we got the masculine energy card here, the yang, okay? So logic, think logically, not emotionally, because emotionally is like, oh my God, war's coming. What am I going to do? Logic is like, oh shit, war's coming. Okay, this is what I got to do. Let me do that. Let me do this. Let me make sure that I'm crossing all my T's and dotting my I's. There is no fear. Fear is an emotion. All right. And so this card also speaks about confidence. And I was just talking about that. Confident. Oh my gosh, this is crazy. It says logical, confident, assertive, protective. I just said protect and prepare yourselves and your families. All right. So make sure that you're working in that energy, because a lot of this is fear mongering. I'm telling you, they want to distract you. And I always tell you guys, scared people are easy to control. Okay. Scared people are easy to control. I'm telling you, I ask my guides and they completely led the reading away from that. They're like, that's like the least of your worries right now. You're good. You're protected. Okay. And so once you build yourself up, boom, we got the Jupiter card. Some of you guys are from Jupiter, or you may have a Jupiter in one of the signs that I mentioned earlier. All right. But the Jupiter card speaks about taking action. So it's expansion, growth, pursuing your passions. Some of you have always wanted to own land. You've always wanted to take shooting lessons. Okay. You've always wanted to grow, like learn to grow your own food. Now you're doing that. This is adding fuel to your fire. This is the fuel that you needed. This is the kick in the ass that you needed. Because now you're realizing, oh yeah, shit is getting real. So you're not afraid. Like I said, you're preparing. All right? You're an intellectual. You are an intellectual. So you're moving based on intellect, not fear and emotion. All right? And so now for some of you, this is an adventure. Like you're enjoying this. You're like, yeah, let's go on a date to the freaking shooting range. Let's go take a gardening class. Let's go look at some land. Oh, I got some money. Yeah, let me invest. You're enjoying it. New opportunities, fortune is what I'm seeing here. Because what these people want to do, this is crazy. The control card is here. I shit you not. The control card is here. It says control and sabotage. It says conflict, manipulation, patterns. History repeats itself, guys. It really does. Don't be afraid and unprepared. I'll just say that, okay? Do not be afraid and unprepared. And then when I asked for clarification of why the control and sabotage card is here, it gave me a card. It says external party situations. It ain't got shit to do with you. External party situations, that's their shit. Let them handle their shit while you get yourself together and you prepare, all right? Get yourself and your families together. It says karmic patterns. They've been doing this for so long. And they want to suck you into the hole right with them. And that's why you're focused on raising your vibrational frequency, because you are untouchable. You're untouchable. Okay? If you guys want more clarity, you can book a personal reading with me. That link is going to be down below in the description box. Okay? And let's drop some affirmations. Let's drop a few affirmations. Okay. So say this in the comment section, because remember, we're always more powerful when we manifest together. All right? I want you to say, my intuition is my direct channel to the divine. My intuition is my direct channel to the divine. Because remember, spirit is going to be sending you signals. They're going to be letting you know what to do next. You don't have to worry. You're protected. As long as you're tapped in, you're protected. You're being guided, okay? I want you to say, I embrace my sacred connection to infinite potential. I embrace my sacred connection to infinite potential. I want you guys to say, I open my arms wide to all the abundance flowing my way. I open my arms wide to all the abundance flowing my way. And lastly, I want you to say, I am willing and open to learn and grow. All right? Sending you guys so much love, hugs, and healing energy. Until next time, family, peace and oneness. Mwah.